back at it again. Part 2 of that same video. You know, went over all the anime stuff, and now we're gonna get back into the TV realm of things. So first and foremost, Peacemaker has, unfortunately last week I was unable to get here and watch you guys my review of episode 3. So I just finished watching episode 3 or episode 4 and 5. Excuse me. So episode 4, Peacemaker. He comes back from that what I've been calling Earth 2. Comes back from Earth 2 back into Earth 1. He realizes, hey, people broke into my house. What's going on? Economos warns him that hey, he needs to move, get the hell out of here. The episode, the big premise of the episode is that they just moved the door. He's able to get something. The episode starts with them finding like the box and the alien that gave the door. And I say box because there's some people thinking that it might be the mother box, but I think it's just like a device that opens up these portals. So they show the scene where they kill like this little alien to get the device that opens the portal. They move the portal. He says he moves it twice. Once when he was a kid and once when he moved it to his father's house. So in the episode, he collapses. He doesn't collapse the portal. He takes the device and then he runs away. And then he's in the woods. He has the little fight with Judo Master. Old buddy's still trying to kill Eagly. It's not really working out well. They go to this cabin in the woods with him and Adebayo, saves the day. And then he does like this configuration and all this other stuff with the portal at the cabin. It opens up and now the portal is at the cabin. The other crazy kind of, not crazy, but as we know that Amelia Harcourt has a relationship with Rick Flag Jr. and Rick Flag Sr. was well aware. Using that, he goes to Harcourt and tells her, hey, I can get you back in the good graces of the government because you're blacklisted. You're not going to get a job anywhere. But if you get me Peacemaker, I can help you probably, get your job back and get back, where you want to be in life. Because as we can tell, she's at hard times. He even says, hey, my utility's going to get cut off. I'm not going to be able to have lights and all this other good stuff. Like, I don't care about my military career. I just need to survive. Which we could all understand, but people go to extremes to try to make it. So that's where the episode ends, with her kind of at gripes with, hey, do I need to capture Chris, Peacemaker? She sends him a text to meet, and they end up going to the meeting spot. So that's where we start in the next episode, episode 5. They go to the meeting spot. She's like seeing him there, and she has like this face, like, why the hell are you here? Coming to find out, the reason she sends like a warning within the text message to not show up. He shows up anyways. The reason he shows up is because he wants to know if, like, do they have anything before he makes like a very rash decision. Why can't I think of her name? The agent tries to go and kill Peacemaker. Amelia Harcourt captures him, knocks him out. He gets sent to jail. Economos kind of. So before I get to what Economos does, so while he's at Argus's facility, Rick Flag Sr. finally has the opportunity to put his hands on him. So much so like they weren't gonna book him. That he probably was gonna kill him with his bare hands if he had the opportunity, and Peacemaker's just taking it. He even says like, I know what I did was wrong. Like I didn't mean to kill your son, and the whole 9 yards. It's kind of one of those things like, yo, like, you gotta feel bad for the guy. Like the dude killed your son, and now he has the opportunity. Anybody as a father probably would have done the same thing in those moments. But Economo saves him. He books him. They end up releasing him. Before I get too far into it, Eagly, the eagle hunter is trying to kill Eagly. He tries to poison him with a rat. I don't know if like I'm assuming Eagly noticed it because like a fox steals like the mouse that got poisoned and eats it and dies right in front of Eagly. So then he has this big Yosemite Sam, not Elmer Fudd. It's like the biggest gun, fake gun I've ever seen in my life. It's just massive. He's using it to shoot at this eagle. Kills the eagle. Thinking it's Eagly, he's all like happy and like what have you, because he used like these psychic powers to find out where they were in the whole 9 yards. And then a swarm of eagles kill this dude. Like it shows Eagly like standing on the perch, and the same like eagle symbol pops up behind him, and he's like the primal eagle, and he calls all these eagles to attack him and tear his body apart. And that's done. The eagle guy is done. He's kaput. It is confirmed later because Eagly comes in with his finger in his mouth. It's crazy. So Peacemaker finally decides that he doesn't want to be, in Earth 1 anymore. He writes a letter. He gets back to the cabin. He tells Adebayo and Vigilante, hey, get out of here. I want to be by myself. Writes them a letter, said, hey, like I'm going to go start a new life in this other world. He ends up opening the portal. Well, the portal's already open. He opens the device again. He starts to close it. He watches the process go. Eagly and him go in. Judo Master follows behind him. He goes into the new world. Sees his brother again. Like, hey, we gotta go attack this kaiju, which actually happens to be this. If I'm not mistaken, it's the same kaiju from the Superman movie. I gotta go watch it again, but I believe it's the same kaiju as the Superman movie. So they go kill this kaiju. The episode ends with the 11th Street kids getting the device again, reading the letter off from that Chris states saying he doesn't want to be there anymore, and it they're like, hey, we're gonna go get him. We're gonna get my boy, hey, Adebayo. I know you saw it. Hardcore says Adebayo, hey, did you see him use it? They're gonna go find a door, try to go save Chris in the other universe. So that's it for those 2 episodes. Peacemaker is still doing great. I wasn't really much of a fan of the episode 4. I think it kind of dragged. It was literally an episode about them moving a door. It really doesn't push. It does push the story forward, but it's 30 to 40 minutes of them going from one place to another. Nothing really happens other than that. Last episode though, very good. Like I said, it kind of goes into their relationships and all that other stuff. I feel like they kind of could have mended the 2, but it is what it is, TV, and they kind of make stuff last. Secondly, we got Gen V, the little spin-off series from The Boys. 3 episodes released. They're all about like an hour long. So I'm not gonna break down each episode. That we'd be here for a while, but I'll just give you my synopsis and my thoughts. So they were able to. They didn't break. Marie, the little blood bender or blood user, breaks out of the prison. Her other 2 friends, Cricket and Jordan, are released because of God U. They get released because there's like a plot to get them back into the good graces and all that other stuff. I can't remember her name, but the girl who touches people and pushes them to do things, she's like part of the reason of why they're getting out. And the actor who played Andre, his name is Chance. Unfortunately, he passed away a few years ago, so he's not in the season. But they kind of focus on him dying a lot. Like he died a hero, trying to save them and break out. And it's mentioned like a lot in the 3 episodes. Like they show his father grieving him, like in drinking and kind of like not really doing much because like what that's. I couldn't imagine losing a child, So, and they all lost a friend, someone who they cared about, and it's like a really tough thing for anyone, to lose someone you care about, and they touch upon it a lot. Long story short, they all end up getting back together, and they're trying to find something called Project Odyssey. Project Odyssey. Turns out to has to do with Marie. that she was part of Project Odyssey. She was born at God U in a fertility clinic to her parents. She finds her aunt, who actually ends up having all these pictures of her, and then the new dean is a guy named Cyphers. The guy Cyphers was the person who birthed Marie. Like I said, it's just a quick synopsis. I'm skipping over a lot of stuff. Like I said, it's a lot of content. Definitely go check it out at the end of the day. But the cliffhanger that episode 3 kind of leaves us on is great. So Jordan ends up becoming the #1 student at God U at Godolkin. Within the 2 previous episodes before the end of episode 3, her and Marie kind of build this relationship. They tell each other they love each other, and the whole 9 yards. Cricket is finding like this resisting group, so they're trying to be kind of rebels and whatnot. But she takes a stand while they're announcing her being the #1 hero or superhero, and she tells the truth. She says, "Hey, Vought, Andre died at Elmira. Vought didn't. The Starlighters didn't attack the Push Lady girl. Can't remember her name at the moment. That they did, and kind of just leaves us at that cliffhanger. I know, I'm sorry. Like it's like there's so many other more details as far as like we see Starlight, and Starlight is the one who tells Marie that that you gotta look for this Project Odyssey. About the new dean, Cyphers is kind of like, we don't know what his power is. We don't know much about him, but like people are like viciously afraid of him. They do attack the Push girl, so now she can't use her powers because she used her powers while she was unconscious, and it led to people dying. But this new season, obviously, the gore is still there. The little like sexual innuendos are there. Like everything that you like in The Boys is there. Definitely go check it out. Definitely when you have the time, go watch those 3 episodes. Get prepared for it. It's still great. It's still amazing. It's still a show you should all watch. But that's it for me. Let me know in the comments how you are liking Peacemaker. Let me know how you feel about Gen V. Where do you think we're going to go in both those 2 series? I think Peacemaker is going to take a wild turn within the next few episodes. As far as Gen V and anything from The Boys, every episode you watch is absolutely insane, and it's only going to get better. But that's it for me today. See you guys on the next one. Like and subscribe for more. Thank you for coming to the Cosmic Net.